All right, students, welcome back. This is Mr. Morris. This is a live class. This video is for your benefit later in case you need to go back and look at something. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. I already have OnShape opened up. And by the way, please forgive me if I happen to say AutoCAD or Inventor. I teach so many different CAD software packages, I sometimes get them confused. So I'm going to share my screen with you to bring up OnShape. Where is it hiding at? Hang on just a second. Let me go find out where it's at. All right, I'm now sharing my screen with you. And let's see, make sure I'm double check, make sure I'm recording. I am recording. All right, so I'm gonna minimize this little window. Everybody here with me? Very simple geometry to create here. All right. So, very first thing we need to do, right here where it says create, Riley, you see this? Okay, it's a little button here. Arrow down and select document. Now, this is our first attempt. I want to label this EX1-A. EX1-A, and then you can say dash your name. So mine would be Ed. EX1-A dash your name. And then select create. So you can see my file name up here, right? See EX1A-Ed. Now, very important, I'm going to tell you next. You see these three little marks right here? These three little marks? If I click on this, it gives me an opportunity to change my units. Do I want to do metric units or English units? Select workspace units. Okay, now notice the default is in metric millimeters. I don't want to use millimeters. I want to use inches, okay? And the number of decimal places, let's go with 2. How many do they have? They have 2 decimal places. So that's how you change the units right here, right? Inch. And then select number of decimal places, 2. And that's okie dokie right there. So we're going to click on the green check mark. All right. So we've set our units, Riley. Okay, we're doing English for this particular drawing. Now, what we have to do, you always have to make a sketch before you can make a 3D model. And my students that I've had for the past year, they're aware of this. Every CAD software, every parametric CAD software package out there requires you to create a sketch first. So over here at the top left, you'll see sketch. Click on sketch. Now we have several planes we can choose from, but right now I would like for you to go ahead and select the front plane. And when you do that, look, you have a sketch plane. See that sketch 1 that comes up? That is a sketch plane, okay? Now over here to the right is called the view cube. Now this one here is a little tricky to use compared to Inventor, but if I click here, that's the front, right? If I click on this top right-hand corner, that's isometric. But you could also click, I find that I maneuver this better by hitting the corners to get back to where I was. Okay, you do the same thing here, look. So I'm just going around showing you how I can use this view cube to orient my view. Well, I want to be in the front, okay? I want to be in the front view. And there's my sketch plane, which I'm happy with. Zaya, I'm happy with that sketch. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the green check mark. All right, everybody with me still? Now, I'm looking at this drawing. I see the front view, I see the top view, and I see the right side view. Based on the overall dimensions, this block needs to be a 5x4 extruded 5 inches. Let me show you how to do that. So we're going to go back up to our sketch. You see the one we created? Do me a favor, do a right click on the sketch one right here. It says do a right click, and we're going to edit that sketch. That takes us back to where we were earlier. Yeah, everyone see that? I'll do it again. There's the sketch one. By the way, this is called the browser over here. Do a right click, edit. All right. Now, we're going to draw a rectangle first. Right here. See, here is a rectangle right here. Arrow down and select center point rectangle. This is the one I want. Center point rectangle. Click on that and then come over here. Now notice as you move your cursor near the origin, what happens? You see like a yellow dot, or what color is that? I'm colorblind, I think. But click, and we're going to drag out, just drag it out, arbitrary location, and click again with your left mouse button. Now, it's asking for some dimensions here, okay? So this one dimension, your dimension is going to be different than mine, okay? The height dimension, I just type in a 4, enter. All right, see it put a 4 there, but now it's wanting this dimension here. Type in 5, enter. All right, is everybody with me? We good? All right, so I'm happy about that. Now what I want you to do is I want you to select the green check mark. Now, Mr. Morris likes to work with isometric views. So right here is the front. If you click on that top right corner, you're going to see that. Now, you can zoom in and out by rotating your scroll wheel. Look, on your mouse, by rotating your scroll wheel, you can zoom in and out. You can hold the scroll wheel down and you can pan, okay? So you can zoom in and out, hold the scroll wheel down, and you can pan. All right, everybody with me? We are going to extrude this. Mr. Morris, what does extrusion mean? It means we're giving depth to our two-dimensional drawing. Right now we have a two-dimensional sketch, but we need to give some depth to it. So right here, right beside sketch, if you hover with your mouse, it tells you what extrude is. It defines what extrusion is, okay? I'll give you a real quick definition of extrusion. When you get up every morning to brush your teeth, you open up the toothpaste, you extrude toothpaste out of the end of your toothpaste container because the opening is circular and you're creating a cylinder, right? Basically. So click on this extrude. All right, now, after you click on extrude, click the region. Click on the region. The region is the sketch. Mr. Morris, do I want to go this way or do I want to go the other way? I'm going to flip it right here. Opposite direction. Now pay close attention. See, it went the other way, right? This is your arrow to do that. That was our initial direction. We want to go that way, okay? Now, the depth. I want you to use a depth of 5. So type in, erase the 1 inch that you saw, type in 5 inches. You don't even have to put the inches there. You don't have to do that, okay? But you might as well, but you don't have to. You can just type in 5. select the green check mark. All right. Now you can rotate your scroll wheel. Okay, rotate your scroll wheel. Hold the scroll wheel down on your mouse and you can move your mouse to center your view. Everybody with me? All right, good. Now we need to do some more. We got to whittle away at this block, right? We got to whittle away at this. So we're going to take a chunk out of this block. And here's how we're going to do it. Okay. We're going to go to Sketch. Go to Sketch. Now click on this surface right here. Click on that surface and then come to your view cube over here. See this? And click on top. That's the top view. All right? That's the top view. Now I said we're going to take a chunk out of this block. So watch carefully. Go back to the rectangle. Go back to the rectangle. We're going to arrow down and we're going to select corner rectangle. See that? Corner. Click on that. Now watch. What happens as I move my cursor to that corner? It snaps to it. It recognizes that's the intersection or a corner. I'm going to click. Now watch. Click. Do you see this? Now, I have to do a little bit of math here, but it's fairly easy. The thickness of that wall is 0.75. So this first dimension right here, I was pretty close actually. Where it says, mine says 4.3. I have no idea what yours says, but I'm going to type in 4.25 here and enter. Now this one is asking for a dimension here. I'm going to type in 4.25 there as well and enter. Are you there? Okay, good. Now, as you know, go ahead and hit your escape button. Hit your escape button. That takes us out of that mode. And I'm actually happy with that. So I'm going to click on, look, I'm going to click on my isometric view. I clicked on my isometric view. Now, this is the view cube. When I say isometric, what I mean is that corner, these corners are usually our isometric view. Okay. So you can orient your cube so it looks like this, okay, if you wish. I'm happy with the sketch. So if I'm happy with the sketch, I got to go to the next part of this. Look, click on this green check mark. All right. Now, Mr. Morris, what do we do now? Let's go to the extrusion again, right here, extrusion, and come over here and click on that region. Now, be careful. When I clicked on that region, what happens? It's trying to extrude upward, right? Well, we don't want to go upward because you're going to add material that way, okay? So we're going to switch directions and watch very carefully the depth. On this one is 4 inches high and the wall thickness is it's going to be 3.25 here. So this is going to be 3.25 inches. And watch, one of the most important things here is you have to hit the remove right here. Remove, we are removing material as if we were machining it. Hit remove and select the green check mark. Are you there? So I'm assuming if I don't hear anything that everything is good. All right. Now, if you look at your handout that I gave you, I want to make one edge like an incline, like triangular. Okay. So here's how we do that. We go to sketch. See, we always do a sketch first. Sketch. What surface do I want to sketch on? This one. Click on that surface right there. All right, you see the plane that appears? That's a sketch plane. Now watch carefully. I'm going to go to line right here. This is line. See, line, click. Come over here, watch. I'm going to hover until I touch off on that corner. It's going to snap to it. You'll see it turn yellow or whatever, gold, whatever color that is. Click. Come down. Now watch. Come down to this corner. Click. Go up to this corner. Click. Come back to this corner. Click. Now what I want you to do is hit escape. Hit escape. All right. I hit the escape button. I have a triangle here. Everybody get that triangle drawn? Now I'm going to extrude that triangle. Watch. Extrude. See how important this tool, extrude, is? Very important. Extrude. I'm going to extrude that part there. But I don't want to go that way. It's going to add material. I want to go opposite direction. Now watch. Select remove. And then select the green check mark. Congratulations, y'all are doing awesome. If you're there, you're doing great. Okay? And in a little bit, we're going to get rid of all these planes. All right, my good friends. Now what we're going to do, I have to admit, I did have a little bit of trouble with this last night when I was working at home. But I'm going to click on the front here. Okay. And then click on the isometric corner and then click on top. And we're going to click on the isometric. I'm just showing you that I'm trying to get to, you can also rotate it like this. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things here. But the problem is I don't know where, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to locate that hole. I could do it from here, but last night, for some reason, I was having better luck by putting that hole underneath instead of the top here. So I just need to get to the bottom. There's the bottom right there. See how quickly that was? Top, bottom. One more time. Top. That's the top. We're going to flip it now. And when we flip it, this corner is the one of interest right here. When we flip it to bottom, this is that same corner. Now, I know that was tricky, and I apologize for it. We're going to sketch. Is everybody with me? Y'all probably further along than I am. Hey, you're good. Good. Go to sketch. Hey, nothing wrong being done. Go to sketch. Go to sketch. Click on this surface right here. Okay. Now look. I got to come 2 inches this way and 2 inches this way to locate the center of my hole. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a line to get there. There's several ways to do it. This is just one way to do it. I'm going to use a construction line, okay? Click, look, come down. By the way, you can do a right click and escape line. You can do a right click with your mouse. Now, notice I don't know those exact dimensions, so this is a good practice. I'm going to use here's my dimension tool right here in the middle. See that little dimension tool? Click there. If I click on that line, look, click, I'm going to make that line what? 2. Enter. Now I'm going to do that again. Look, there's the dimension tool. Click on that line. Click, make it 2. Enter. Now, that's where I'm going to place my circle, okay? Look, go to circle, circle center point, click on that point right there. We're going to drag out the circle, click, and we're going to put in a dimension of 1. It's 1 inch. Enter. All right. I'm going to do a right click, escape circle. Now, Mr. Morris likes to be in the isometric view so I can see what I'm doing. All right. There's my hole I'm getting ready to make. Watch carefully, though. Watch carefully. I'm going to click on the check mark. Okay. And I'm going to go to extrude here. Now, look, click inside that circle. I do not want to go that way. I do not want to go that way. I want to go in the opposite direction right here. All right. Now we got to make sure that we go all the way through. I know that's 3/4 of an inch thick, and it says I'm going 1 inch, so that's good. Click on remove, though. You got to click on remove and select green check mark. I'm hoping that you're still with me. I'll show you what my part looks like so far. It looks like that. Are you still with me? All right. Now we have one more thing to do to finish up our 3D model, then we make our drawing. Okay, we make our drawing. And congratulations, you've pretty much almost mastered the extrusion tool. Okay, so we're going to go through every one of these tools. I want to go through this one and this one today. I want to go through these two. Okay, and then we'll take these two the next day. We may have to add more or less depending on the number of days we have left. But this is extrusion. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to put what they call a rounded corner. An external rounded corner is called a round. That's a good name for it, a round. But an internal corner is called fillet. Now with CAD software packages, for some reason they call everything a fillet if it's a rounded corner. Here's your fillet right here. Look. See this one? Click on fillet. Click on fillet. Come down right here on this edge right here and touch that corner. Mine's buffering for some reason. Hang on just a second. All right. I don't know why it took so long, but what is the radius from your drawing? What does it say the radius is of that arc? The fillet. On your drawing. 0.5, right? All right. Well, lo and behold, mine's already 0.5, but if yours is not 0.5, you want to change the radius to 0.5 right here. And I'm going to select the green check mark. All right. Now you can zoom in and out, right? With your scroll wheel, you can pan. All right. Now, these planes are starting to be annoying. Okay, they're starting to be annoying because it's cluttering our picture. So, Riley, this is what we do. We hover over the top. You see that little eyeball here? Click on the eyeball. That cuts it off. Go to the front plane. Click on the eyeball. Turns it off. Go to the right. Click on that little eyeball. There you go. Now, Bill, let's say you don't like this color. So I absolutely hate this color. I like it to be something else. And you can use whatever color you wish, Landon. Do a right click on this. Do a right click on the part and go down here. It says edit appearance for part 1. Edit appearance for part 1. And you have lots of different options to choose from here. I'm going to use Fire Engine Red and select the green check mark. You can use whatever color you wish. Are we good? Did you do it? Congratulations. So everyone's got 100% for attendance. You got 100% for creating the 3D model. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a drawing, because nobody can make this Zaya unless you have a drawing. This is not a drawing. This is a 3D model. Now, Inventor, we could 3D print it based on this, right? We could 3D print this. And maybe one day we will 3D print something that you designed and OnShape. See, I had to think about it for a minute. I had to think about it. All right, you ready? All right, it's kind of hard to see, but down the lower left-hand corner, very lower, you'll see like a little plus sign, the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Click on the lower left-hand corner, the little plus sign. And you got some options here. Go down to where it says create a drawing. All right, this is what your screen now looks like, Riley. We're going to click on this template right here and select OK. Okay, again, mine's acting like it's not feeling too good, but I'm going to close this out right here. Is a hard way of doing things and easy. I'm going to show you the hard way first. Right here on your menu bar, click on Insert View. And then click on Insert again. Insert, Insert, and lo and behold, there's the part we've just worked on. Click on this and take your cursor and where do we want to put our, right now it's half scale. See, it's 1:2. You could make it 1:1, but it's going to be kind of big. I think that's too big. If you go back over here and make it 1:2, you might be able to type in 0.75 here. I don't know if it changed. We'll make it 1:2. We'll leave it 1:2. So that's half scale. Click. All right, now look. I want to show you something. It automatically went, look, right here. See this? It automatically went into our projection view. Look, I'm going to close that out. I have one view. If you want to move that one view around, hold down the left mouse button and move your part wherever you want to. But this is our front view. We wanted to go here. Now, notice earlier, by default, it went ahead and allowed us to select the projected view. Click on this. Come down here, highlight, move your cursor near the part. You will see a rectangle. Click and go up. Click, come back down and come over to, you might have to do this, click and come over here. I'm going to do this again in case you didn't get it, okay? Now watch, I'm going to undo this. By the way, here, look, in order to undo it, you might have to hit the escape button. Hit the escape button, watch, undo. All right, now I want to make those views again. Look, projection. Come down here, the view highlights, click, drag it, look here, drag it up right here. Click, come back down, click again, come over here to the right, look, click, come back over here again, click. Now this time, look, this time we want to move at the 1 o'clock position. And you got to hold your mouth a certain way as you're doing this. Okay. I'm going to click right here. All right. Hit escape. Now look, you can move these views around however you wish. You'll see a rectangle appear. Hold down the left mouse button and you can move it however you wish. I'm going to move it right there. This is my what? This is my top view, right? This is my what? Front view. Like if this was your house, let's say this block is your house. This would be the top of your house. This would be the front of your house. This would be the right side of your house. And this would be an isometric pictorial of your house. Okay. Now, with every drawing that we do in here, Zaya, we're going to change this to what? What do you think we're going to do to this, Bill? We're going to go to move your cursor near the part, do a right click, go to show hide, and come down, show shaded view. There we go. It should now show your view. Okay. All right. You okay over there? Everybody okay? All right. Now look. Does it look like there's something missing, Bill, in the front view? And also in the right side view? Very good. Very good. All right, here we go. If we highlight it, move our cursor near this, look, we're going to right click, watch, and we're going to go up here, show hidden lines. And see how those hidden lines represents that hole going through the part. Come over here, highlight just by moving your cursor near the view. Do a right click there, go to show hide, and show hidden lines. Boom. There's our hidden lines. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add center lines here. Now, this has a center mark. Riley, I don't know if you remember from your previous CAD experience, but you should always have a center mark for your holes, and you should have a center line for your holes and other views. So there's no center line. These are hidden lines, which represent that hole going through that part. You can't see that. You can't see that hole looking at it this way. Okay. But the hidden lines tell you that that hole goes all the way through. Same thing over here. Up here, look, up here on the top, this one. We need this one here. Click on this and watch. Click on that line. There's my center line. Click right here. There's the center line. Okay, that was easy, right? That's actually easier than Inventor. Because Inventor, you have to select two lines. Hit the escape. We're almost done. All right, now we need to dimension this. I'm going to do a few dimensions, and I'm going to see if you can do some on your own with the drawing that you have. Okay. Or maybe I'll just do all of them with you this time because you need to know how to do the diameter and the radius. All right. Here is your dimensioning tool. Right. Look here. Right here is your dimensioning tool. Click on the dimensioning tool right here. Click. And look. Click here. Click here. And look. Drag it out. And hit enter. Now, what I don't understand, or hit escape. What I don't understand is there's 3 decimal places, but don't worry about that right now. Because I know when we first started this, we wanted it to be, I think we had to go back, when we did the drawing, we had to go back up here and change it also for the drawing, but that's okay. We'll leave it as 3 decimal places right now. We know that the more decimal places you have, the more costly it is to make in the machine shop. Remember that if you don't remember anything else. The more decimal places you have when you machine something, the more costly it is to make. Let's do another dimension. Let's do this one. Click here, and I want to sum up. I want to line up with that one here. See how I kind of come down here and touch off on that dimension and go back up. Boom. Hit escape. You guys are good at dimensioning. Click here, click here, bring it down, about right there, click, hit escape. Here we're gonna do this again. Click here, here, bring out your dimension, click, escape. So our front view, we're done. Now we're still working on, now you can zoom in if you want to by rotating your scroll wheel. All right, watch carefully. We're going to go to the dimension tool right here, click. We're going to click here. We're going to click here. Look, beautiful. Boom, escape. Notice how I'm using escape. You don't have to use escape though. You can do this. Let me show you. You can click here, here, look, come out. Do a left click, right click. Well, I guess you do have to use escape. Hang on, I'm gonna undo that. Try one more time. Nope, you have to use it left click and then escape. Okay. All right. Sorry. Again, it's just a few differences between this software. By the way, if you want to zoom out, you can move your mouse to different locations. All right, I gotta put a diameter dimension here. Watch. This is how you do it right here. Look. Arrow down right here. Look. Arrow down right here and come down till you find diameter dimension. Click on this and then click on the edge of the circle and then we're going to drag it out like, look. Isn't that beautiful? Like Martha Stewart said, isn't that beautiful? A beautiful thing. Y'all know Martha Stewart. Y'all know Martha Stewart. All right, look here. We're going to have to put, look, we're going to have to put a dimension here for this arc. Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. Here's my dimensioning tool. Where did it disappear to? Oh, right here. Oh, sorry. I lost my place for a minute. All right. Go to where you have diameter dimension right here. And now we want the radial dimension. I'm going to let you get away with this for right now. Usually I don't like you to leave well, no, I'm not either. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I like this better. Bring your dimension off the part. It's always better to bring your dimension off the part if you can. Click, escape. All right. Now we have our top dimension, our top view dimension. We don't have no dimensions over here. I'm not worried about you doing the text. I can show you how to put the text on here if you want. I can show you how to do that. Go here to this, see the letter A, that's your note or your text height. Click on that. Come down here and click somewhere about right here. And I'm just going to type this in exactly how I see it. That first one is fixture, material. This is like using Word at this point, right? This, you can change, your font. You can change your text height, whatever you wish it to be. You're the designer. Units, inches, okay. And then enter, and then mass will be in pounds. By the way, you don't have a capital letter L for pounds. It's lowercase. Actually, all of it's lowercase. Same thing with inches. All right, everything else should be capital letters. You can highlight the fixture if you want to, make it bold. That's fine. All right, if you're happy, click on the green check mark. There you go. Now you have to hit escape to get out of the note function. Hit escape. You may have to hit it twice. Okay, again, you can scroll in, scroll out, hold down your mouse button, move your mouse. You can center your drawing. One other thing I want you to do here is to put the view labels. This is the top view. This is the front view. This is the right side view. And so we're going to go to text again. Look here. See here, text. We're going to come down below. You always put your view label below the view. Click. And we're going to type in top view. And I'm going to, just like in Word, highlight that, make it bold, and underline that. And I'm going to click on the green check mark and then hit escape. That's my top view. Now I'm going to show you a little shortcut that Mr. Morse uses. You don't have to do this. You can do that every time, or you can simply do a right click, copy, and come down and do a right click, paste. Okay. Now I can double click on that and edit that. Okay. That's going to be my front view. Okay. Click on the green check mark. All right. I can do a right click here and copy, right click, paste. All right, you might have to move it. Double click on that. We know that's not the front view, that's the right side view. RS, we'll abbreviate RS. Okay, that's good. And again, we're going to right click, copy, right click, paste. Okay, y'all doing so good. So we're going to have donuts every Friday. How about that? That makes Jacob happy. All right, now we're going to come down here to this lower right-hand corner. You can come down here, look. Drawn by Edward Morse. Does yours say your name? Yeah. All right, click down here. Just go. Actually, what you should do though, you can leave it. You can leave that, but right here where it says checked, double click, type in Morse, just my last name. I'll be the one checking your work. And you can click on the date, and you can just copy what you see above. And then just click on the green check mark. Okay, now here you see that Bill, you see the difference here than compared to Inventor doing this part? It's a little bit different, right? I'm going to click right here. And the title, we call this Exercise 1 dash A and then dash your name. Click on the green check mark. That's your title. We don't need to put a drawing number. You could put right above this, you could put Virginia Peninsula I'm going to just do CC, okay? We might change that later, but anyway, you can change the font size and make it smaller, and then you can put the whole. All right. Congratulations. You don't have to save it. It automatically saves it for you. Right, Landon? The beauty is, Riley, you could be anywhere in the world, have access to a computer. And guess what? You can pull up your stuff. This is not like the Inventor we use or AutoCAD. Fusion is that way. All right. So all I need to see when I come around is I don't need to see this. By the way, let me show you something. Look here. This is important. And I'm going to give the rest of the class to you after we do this. This is important though. See down here, the lower left-hand corner, you can click on these different, we're not doing an assembly today, but part studio and the drawing, right? Now, if you want, look, very important. If you want, listen, if you want to put this picture in a PowerPoint presentation, you could. You got to come up here to these little three bars right here. See these little three bars? Click on that and come down to what? Print. Now watch. Now you see how my shape is not within these boundaries? You see this? See, this is a what? Portrait, right? I can look at portrait or landscape. It fits in the landscape, but it doesn't fit in the portrait. So I can move it. If I want to put it in a portrait, I can move it, just like we've been moving on. Hold down the scroll wheel to move that or zoom in and out, right? And then you say download image, look. And here's your downloaded image right here, look. See that? You can send that to anybody, any friend. They don't necessarily have to have access to OnShape. You can send this picture to them. It's a PNG file. You can put it in Word document. You can put it in PowerPoint. Any document that accepts a PNG file, you can put that in there. All right. We're doing this class a little bit differently than before. I'm not going to ask you to submit anything to Canvas. I'm going to come around and look at what you did. Okay. All right. The drawing. Look here. Here's the drawing. Now watch this. Very important. Go to the three little marks right here. Go to print. Okay. Appear to be unblocked to enable printing. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's the little in the URL bar.
It's where?
Up in the URL.
Up here?
The first one, that one.
This one?
Yep. Wow.
Allow. Thank you. I'd have been struggling with that for next. All right. All right. So go here. I do learn off my students. I really do. Go to print. There you go. That's beautiful, right? You can send it to anyone you want to. They don't even have to have CAD. You can send this to them and they can make it or whatever. Give you an estimate on how much it costs to make it. All right. Any questions? So you have 100. I'm going to come around, just quickly look what you got. You got 100 for attendance, and you got 100 for participation. You got 100 for your first assignment. So today you have 100. I'm going to have to put it in a spreadsheet though. Do me a favor, because I don't have an official way of doing that today. You get 40%. 40% of your grade, Jacob, is showing up. That's a pretty good deal, right? That's a good deal. And then the other 40% of what you just did. So you get 100 done. And then we have our test at the end. These guys are awesome certification tests. They blew it out of the water at first. Okay, can you pass around and just put your name? You want a pencil?
I got a pencil.
Put your name neatly so I know who you are. I know who you are, but just write your name in order. Hopefully Andrew comes. He might not be coming back, but we'll see. You know whether he's coming back or not. He's not coming back.
Mr. wants to write with all right on this paper or
Yeah, on the back. No, the paper I'm sitting around on the back. On the back. Yeah, just write your name. Write your first name and last name. I'm gonna put it in a spreadsheet. This I'm gonna keep grades.
yeah.
Now, Riley, you don't have to do what I'm getting ready to do next, but just take a breather for a second. My dual enrollment students, this is extremely important here. Let me answer her. By the way, this is the only class we have, folks, my dual enrollment students. It's going to be a lot easier just having the one class. Okay. This is it. We don't have no other classes. You don't have machining. You don't have CNC machining. You don't have, all you have is this. Thank you, sir. Was, um,
I remember with the blanket, they were getting. You were banged on a horse, yeah, I remember.
how do you spell your last name, Bill?
H-E-N.
H-E-N. Okay, I couldn't tell if I was. Yeah, I can see the rest of it. I couldn't.
Wait, hold on, go back there. That looks like a little person's feet, like he's standing on it. Was that not how it looked? Do you see it? It's like a giant, it's like a Goomba standing on like a stone pedestal. Do you see the vision? See it. There you go.
All right, this is how I'm gonna take attendance every day. That way everybody and their grandmother knows who was here, who was not here. All right. This is very important, please, for my dual enrollment students. Um,
Yep.
okay. Uh, Dual enrollment students only. Please look at the screen for a minute. Zaya, look. Remember when we did our registration? Look here. Before you register for class, you will need to know, do you know your parents' email and or phone number? Do you know your high school student ID number? Do you know your high school GPA? The highest level of math you've taken, okay, all this stuff. You've already done this before, so I don't see where there's going to be an issue. You've already applied. You've already applied. Okay, I think you just have to go. Okay, go right here. Remember this website? Look here. VPC, remember this one? Go to this one, put in your username. You may have forgotten it. I hope not, but if you have, you can probably a way of getting that information. And sign up for CAD 120. Find the CAD 120 class. Mr. Morris, the one teaching it, right? So you go to vpcc.dualenroll.com. And you're going to do just like you did before.
I had like. Yeah, you're kind of screwed, bud.
Can you show me your, oh, yeah, you go ahead and do that first.
Oh,
I'll look at your drawing in a minute. Just get it roll right now. It will tell you if you're successfully enrolled.
nah, I got a bitch.
Very good. You got 100. Good job. Good job. Grades.
That's gonna have some pride. I don't know.
Plan is going to be a substitute.
What class are we enrolling?
Great. Good job. So all you got left to do today is register.
What class are we enrolling?
Yes, enroll in the CAD 120.
Yeah.
You're already in the system, so I think she thinks in case we have some new people. Why is it cold as the dickens in May? I had to put my coat on this morning. Aren't y'all cold?
Yeah.
All right, so it is 9:25. I'm going to show you one other thing, but after you get, I'm going to show you how to get into NC3 for the flip book, and then I'm going to let you go at that point.
Introduction to the graphic representation.
Yep, that's the class. And you guys are experts that are enrolling now.
What would you say Mari will have the instructor?
No, it's not Maury. Um, let's see. Both of them say Maury Milton.
Yeah. The fall and summer. They both say Mari Milton instructors, right?
Yeah, but the location. Yes, let me call this lady and tell her she's got changed from Maury Middleton to me. Hang on just a second.
No longer that which would give us a. What CAD 120 introduction to graphic representation. It just takes a while for it to load.
Community College. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave a voice message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alternatively, you can leave me an email that I might be able to get to more quickly. My email address is hubbardl@vpcc.edu, and that is spelled HUBBARD@vpcc.edu.
Okay.
I know.
Look, just so, what do you want to? I'm not your dad. I don't.
Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Ms. Hubbard, this is Ed Morris. The students are trying to enroll in the CAD 120 course this summer. However, Maury Middleton is not the instructor. So I'm not sure. His name needs to be removed from the summer. I can go ahead and have them register for the class still, but Maury Middleton is not the summer instructor for this class. So that will need to be changed. Thank you very much for your time, and let me know if you're able to do that. I'm not sure if you're the one who does it, but Maury Middleton needs to be removed and add Ed Morris to it. I appreciate it very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. That's very interesting because if I go to
That's sort out right now, he didn't make the thing that we're putting on it, so he's gonna sort it out with the lady. And I don't know, if you might be just gonna go back to the end.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this a course number that, okay, this is my class right here. The CAD 120, X01 summer. Is this what it tells you right here? Or no? You know what? I say go ahead and register for that, and I'll see if you show up on my, not you. You're already in the class through the traditional. Or you will be if not yet.
Is it summer? It's summer, right?
It's summer.
I register for it even though it says Middleton.
Yeah, go ahead and register for it, even though it says Middleton.
With the summer.
Yeah, go ahead and register for that, even though it says Middleton.
I have one, I don't know if it's online.
No. Well, now that you say it, I'm just now thinking about it.
Bill, try to us out, please.
It's fine. The sun.
Pretty cool.
You should, like,
Yeah. You know, so he's
Yeah,
actually
but-
like, yeah, I can't see it.
Are you registered when you did that? Okay, they just got the wrong teacher. And Riley, you can't see the class yet either, right?
no. Not the last.
Okay, I'm gonna call LaShawn Williams real quick. Or I'm sorry, LaShawn Littles, and ask her. Let me know if you're successfully registered for the class. Okay.
Hello, you have reached Virginia Peninsula Community College STEM Division. Please leave your name, phone number, and the reason for your call, and we will return your call. Thank you and have a great day.
Hey, LaShawn, this is Ed Morris. I'm teaching a new class starting today. It's CAD 120. For some reason, the dual enrollment schedule has Maury Middleton down as the teacher, but he is not teaching the class. I am. And also I have a traditional student, Riley, what is your last name? Riley Tucker. He cannot see the Canvas shell. I've published it, but he can't see it. So Riley Tucker is a traditional student. They're a combined class of dual enrollment and traditional. And he can't see Canvas, which means he's probably not in there yet. So whatever help you can provide me, I would surely appreciate it. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye. All right, so I've called the two people that need to help us. But you're all the dual enrollments are registered, right?